welcome to episode 5 of the So Tell Me podcast. I am Claire.
And I am Callum.
And welcome to this week's episode. We are talking about a few different things this week. We are going to talk about risk taking in the business, which is going to be interesting, I promise. Then we're going to talk about what's been going on in the sewing world this week. And we're going to close with our usual 2 truths and a lie. We're going to find out which ones of yours were true or not.
Yep.
And I must admit, I'm still struggling on
Skeptical.
which one is which. And then I have 3 new ones for this week.
Look forward to it.
So yeah, let's get straight into it. So tell me, Callum, risk taking in the business. Don't laugh at our tagline.
It's just become so off the tongue. You're just very good at it now.
Thank you. I practice at home in the mirror nightly. Yeah, so risk taking in the business.
Yeah.
And where do you want to start with that?
Well, I think if we go back to the start of Sew Centre, I think obviously with any business, you have to take risks to kind of move forward and get to where you need to be. When we started Sew Centre, we were lucky that we had a real big leg up with the fact that Barnyards had a substantial database.
Yeah.
We had a really loyal customer base, and that's obviously how the business originated. I think when we actually started Sew Centre, it was doing well with sewing machine sales, but I didn't really understand the mechanism of running a business at that time. I just liked selling machines because that's what I was good at. So the idea of actually running a business behind selling was kind of alien to me. So when we started, it was very much, right, let's go and get a new showroom. Let's go and buy more machines. Let's go and stock up on everything to get a really good deal.
You were making it rain.
I was making it rain, but there was no raindrops.
You were making it rain for other people.
I was making it rain, but there was no money to make it rain with. So
you were spending a lot of money.
So I was spending the money before we'd earned it.
Right, yeah.
Which is fine, but obviously in itself that's a big risk because it can all come crashing down very quickly.
Yeah.
So I sent you obviously a few pictures and videos.
Yes, so we'll pop little bits and pieces
because obviously how it all started in the customer service office downstairs. We basically ripped that out. I got my friends to come and basically I sketched down the idea for what we wanted. They then came in and basically installed the cabinets into the room. And to be fair, at the time, it was what we needed. We needed a showroom. It cost a fortune because they were there for like 2 weeks setting it up, bought all the machines.
2 weeks? Wow.
2 weeks. I mean, they were very slow.
We won't plug them.
No, I'm only joking. No, they're fantastic. So they spent quite a few weeks getting it all set up, and then obviously getting the machines into situ, getting them all in the right area. It cost a fortune. But that kind of set the business up in terms of having a physical showroom, so we were able to then sell machines out of the showroom. But at the time it was still very small and not fit for purpose because me and Will were still working upstairs in the canteen.
So at that point you and Will upstairs working in the canteen, you had the showroom downstairs, which is a smaller version of what we have now.
Yeah, I mean uncomparable. So it was a glorified kitchen worktop with a massive table in the middle. So it was kind of a bit random, but that's where we did our videos for our FAF machines with a lady who we brought in to film them all. So the OG of our Sew Centre page,
YouTube,
all started there.
Wow,
so
interesting.
Back in the day.
And now that is actually Will's technician's workshop.
Correct. Yeah. So basically, when I decided to expand the showroom because we're finding that people wanted to come visit us from Devon, Scotland, all over the world, country. Let's keep it. It's country.
Keep your ego in check.
Yeah. When we realised people were happy to come and visit us because they wanted to buy from us, we just wanted to have more of a substantial place for them to come. So we converted the old showroom into Will's service centre, which now is fit for purpose. It works really well. And then that's when we decided to take on the big build of completely converting the downstairs warehouse into like a custom showroom.
Right.
And this was one of those ideas I had. And then 2 weeks later, the build's already in.
Ah, right.
But this was also at a time where we hadn't sold probably enough machines to warrant the investment.
You do have a tendency to do this, don't you?
But we did it and we just went for it.
And it has paid off. I mean,
I think so. I think it looks amazing. But when you look at what it was before and like how much work actually went into it, we had to completely take I don't know, 5 tons of product that was downstairs, rehome it, restock it, relist it, build new walls, build new everything. Like, it was a huge job. It took them like 7-8 weeks.
Wow.
So you're still trying to run 2 businesses while this is all going on as well.
Yeah.
So it was an absolute nightmare.
Chaos.
It was literally chaos.
Yeah.
So that happened, that finished, and but that was a big risk.
It was a massive risk, but I do think it's paid off. I mean, I know when I first came here, I remember saying to you, this really is what most sewing shops should look like.
Yeah.
Because it is a dedicated space to the machines.
100%. And I feel like people need to see it. They need to come and actually see the products, have a chance and have a space to use them. But also we wanted it to be multi-purpose with like a workshop area as well.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got best of both worlds.
Yeah. You've got space to breathe, which is nice. You know,
yes.
You're not in the middle of a shop where you've then got people milling around browsing.
Yeah.
You've got a dedicated space and you don't feel like you're kind of crammed in a corner.
100%.
So it works
So,
really well.
so that really made a big difference. But like I said, that was a very expensive build. And obviously still kind of understanding the mechanics of running a business. It was, there was a bit of a lag with where the money actually came from to produce it, but we got there. We got over it eventually. So yeah, that was a learning curve.
Yeah,
to say
I can
the
imagine.
Least. But then I just kept spending, and I like investing. I call it investing.
Right.
In the business. Anyway, that's a conversation for another day.
Definitely. So, you know, you've built showroom number 1. You've
Yeah.
then upgraded. You've built showroom number 2.
Yeah.
You're taking more and more risks.
Yeah.
They're paying off. We're hoping.
Yeah, I think so. I think like you've found when you've come in, we've tried to create a space of like showroom shop. You know, we want to be a destination for customers. We're on an industrial estate, so we've not got that sort of footfall from being in the shop centre.
But on the flip side, we've got parking. You know,
Absolutely.
all these things.
So you know, we balance the fact that we've got like a hybrid structure. So we've got a showroom where, like you said, you've got a car park. You can come, you can breathe. You've got no restriction on when or where you need to go.
Yeah.
So that massively helps. And I think also if you look at the way business is moving, I think in our industry, you know, people are more savvy, they're more inclined to purchase online, they're happy to look at videos, have demonstrations over the phone, but also by, you know, just speaking to someone.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of shop presence sometimes can be secondary.
Yeah.
So as long as you've got a destination for them to come to, you know, and they feel comfortable in that area, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, we kind of had to invest in that showroom to have that setup.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, we did massive upgrades for the barn yarn side as well. So we've made that whole shop experience better for them as well.
Yeah.
Big plugs.
Big plugs this week. And you can see all of our fabulous products at Festival Quilts next week.
Absolutely. So it's definitely worked well, I think, for us.
Yeah, no, definitely. So any other risks you want to talk about before we wrap this section up?
Well, we've got our exciting new product. Now, we can't say too much, but we've got a really exciting pipeline.
We're going to be one of these people like, I've got something really exciting going on, but I can't tell you anything.
Yeah, I literally hate that type of person.
Same.
But basically, we've had something in the pipeline for like 6 years. I had a thought 6 years ago that came from so much like consumer feedback, like people in the industry just telling me this over and over again. We've been looking at ways in which we could make it work for the last 6 years, but it's only been in the last like year where things have kind of grown to the point where we've maybe got a bit of spare, you know, liquidity to actually invest and start moving forward with this project. You know, I've learned like so many things in the last 3 months about inventing a product. It's honestly mind-blowing. Like the amount of things that go into it, patent attorneys, hardware developers, electrical engineers, the legality, the ISO accreditation, you know, for creating a product that's got electrical components, shipping it to US, shipping it to UK, shipping it to EU.
Yeah.
And, you know, the components that come with tooling a product at factory in the minimum order quantities and the research and development. And in my head, it was like, it will cost £10,000 and we'll create a product. And I honestly would laugh at myself 4 months ago when you look now at where we are with how much it's cost and probably how much more R&D and cost is going to go to get it to the finished product. And I think for me, it's what an experience to be able to create something and invent something. But this is by far the biggest risk I've taken so far. So if it doesn't pay off, you won't see me again on the podcast. But if it does, hopefully we'll keep doing more.
So we're recruiting for a new podcast
Yeah.
host. If you want to send your CVs
I'll just
to below.
I'll just be crying in a corner somewhere with my product in my hand going, oh, it just didn't work. But you've got to try these things. And I feel like I'm at the point where we're very lucky to be in the position we are. And, you know, if I don't do it now, I won't do it.
Yeah.
So,
No,
you know,
definitely.
this is by far the biggest risk. I would love to talk to you all about it in a lot more detail when we can.
Yeah.
But until then, it's watch the space.
Yeah, it's very
watch the
exciting.
space.
Really interesting, and it's interesting considering, you know, what things maybe customers wouldn't consider risks within the business, and you know, all these types of things. It's really interesting to see a different perspective.
100%. And you know, when customers come to the show, you know, they go there to buy, they go there to look and explore, and you just wouldn't. I wouldn't bat an eyelid. I wouldn't think about it. You know, if I went to an exhibition, I wouldn't think, oh, I wonder what logistics have gone into that. I wonder how the behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't.
No, definitely.
So
No,
maybe we
it's-
can give a bit more behind the scenes when we go to the festival.
Yes, well, hopefully we're going to be able to do a podcast while we're there. That's the plan.
Because we have to do the competition as well, don't we?
Yes.
That's gone a bit
we
mental.
do. That has gone really mental. I had to turn my phone off last
Oh
night.
my God, I've literally
left
been looking
it
at my
in the room.
notifications every 2 minutes. Like,
No, it is. It's really exciting. If you haven't seen, we are actually doing a giveaway collaboration between Barnyard Sew Centre and Happy Japan UK. So you can enter our competition to be in with a chance of winning a £1,000, and I will repeat that, £1,000. I nearly fell over when Callum told me what he wanted to do. Gift voucher for Barnyards that you can spend at your leisure.
well, you said £20, and I thought
I
that's
did-
a bit stingy.
I think it was a little bit more than 20, but yeah, it's an amazing giveaway. People are very excited, but all you need to do to enter that giveaway is go and find the post on either Barnyard Sew Centre or Happy Japan, whether that be Facebook or Instagram. Like the post, comment and tag a friend below that is interested in sewing, that might find it interesting. You can share the post for a bonus like, but the most important thing is you have to follow Happy Japan UK on Instagram and or Facebook.
That was very well done.
Thank you very much.
Very impressive.
Thank you very much.
Very impressive.
So yeah, we will try and leave a link below to either Facebook, Instagram, to the post so you can access that directly. And we will be announcing live
Who's
at festival.
who's announcing?
Well, it's you. You're the boss.
I'm not,
It's your
I'm not
money.
announcing.
We will be announcing live on the Sunday. I can't remember exactly what time it
2
was.
p.m.
2 p.m. Excellent. Thank you very much.
That's what co-hosts are
Um,
for.
Yeah. And and the winner will be relieved.
Relief. What show you're putting on?
Okay, so we've composed ourselves and we're going for our next section. And we're going to be talking about what's been happening this week in the sewing world.
Oh, I look forward to this.
So this week, the big thing happening in the sewing industry is, of course, the Great British Sewing Bee, because that has started. So we are filming this. When we are filming this, we have had episode 1 and 2. And last night was episode 2. So far, interesting candidates, some interesting designs and sews. Controversial opinion. I kind of want them to mix up the format for Sewing Bee.
Yeah, they need to do something, don't they?
I was thinking about it last night, and I think
What would you do?
it would be great if they could do a week that was around like a technique, like
That'll be fun.
shearing or smocking, or you know how much I love my overlockers. Have an overlocking week or a cover stitching week.
It's just it's got a little bit repetitive.
Yeah. I mean, the contestants are fantastic.
Oh, 100%.
And the designs and everything is brilliant, but it is very much, it follows that real same format.
Yeah.
So it's feeling a little bit tired, but still really interesting. But I just think it would be nice if they mixed it up a bit.
Who do you like?
I like Anna.
Yeah, I like Anna.
Anna's really interesting. She's local to us, actually. She's only based in York.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who else do I like? I like Lewis. I think he's funny. To be honest, I like all of them. There's none that I dislike, and not any that I would actually.
Can I be completely honest with you?
Yes,
I've not watched it.
I know. That's why when you said, yeah, I like Hannah too, I was like, that's
No,
absolute rubbish.
No, I like Hannah because I've seen her on a few shorts. I just don't, I haven't watched them yet. So, as you were, let's keep talking. I just need to clear that up because I was starting to panic in case I went too far down a rabbit hole.
It's your confession of the week.
I honestly, I
Make a
felt
confession
like
to the camera.
I felt like I was lying to you. I haven't watched any Soapy.
Forgive me for I've sinned.
Forgive me for I've sinned. Sorry. Anyway, I'm a bit hot now. Carry on.
Good.
As you were.
So that's kind of the big news happening in the sewing industry this week. There's lots of people picking apart the patterns, for instance.
Do you think it's good for the industry? Like how do you how do you feel the sewing bee is received?
I think it's definitely a positive for the industry. I think it is probably responsible for a lot of young people getting into sewing.
I agree.
And also people revisiting it maybe at a later stage in life. So I definitely think it has its place. It's just feeling a little bit repetitive at this point, as we said. And also they could do a lot more in terms of educating people on techniques and, you know, machines and different accessories and all these types of things that you could do. So it could be, you know, really helpful for us in the industry, but also really interesting for the consumer.
Yeah, and I think it's so good that they've got such a eclectic, diverse mix of people as well.
Yeah. Because
I feel like that's really good. Because I feel like there are so many different types of, you know, sewers who from all sorts of backgrounds with all sorts of different quirks and nuances, and I feel like it's important to have everyone represented as well.
Yeah, definitely. And so that actually leads nicely into my next topic from this week, which is adaptive fashion, which was actually on last night's episode of Sewing Bee, which is where patterns have accommodations for maybe a medical device or a hidden disability, something like that. And that I've started seeing that a lot more in sewing circles. For instance, you know, trousers where the waistband is fully adjustable, but that's built into the design. So again, it's making a garment that you can have for now, but then you're going to be able to grow or, you know, live with.
But how nice that gives people the confidence as well to kind of like create what they want and wear what they feel comfortable in.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been really interesting, and I'm intrigued to see how or if the bigger pattern companies start jumping onto that idea and bringing that in, because that would be brilliant for the sewing community and, you know, the wider world of people with disabilities and medical devices.
We should be celebrating everyone who. Yeah, I think it kind of bolsters everything with creating your own dressmaking garment, because you can just make it exactly how you want.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's really interesting, and I really hope that the big pattern companies take that on and they bring it into some of their designs as well. I mean, some of them definitely will be doing that already, but you know, a little bit more mainstream would be great. So yeah, those are some of the things I've noticed this week in the sewing industry. The other thing that I've noticed is that we are very near to August, and there is going to be a new sewing challenge, which is called, and I'm going to say this very carefully, Oh Scrap, and that was with an S. So scrap busting.
Okay, cool.
It's using up your old scraps, things like that, which I think is a really interesting one as well. So it's that reduce, reuse, recycle, adapt, you know, all those kind of topics.
Boycott fashion.
Exactly. You know, so it's really interesting, and hopefully a lot of people will get involved in that. I definitely need to, because I've got a lot of remnants kicking around.
UFOs.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Well
you.
done.
I know the lingo.
Very proud. So yeah, fingers crossed. But if you've got any ideas of what you would like to see on Sewing Bee, not that we have any input, but it would be nice just to start a conversation about it, please let us know in the comments below. So, shall we move on to our story of the week?
Oh yeah, the story of the week, where we ask our fantastic audience to give us their best stories. We choose from the audience's stories, which will take ages because there's so many, and then we choose the funniest, and then we read it out.
That's the one.
Even though no one's done that yet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to give another story.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm quite enjoying embarrassing you every week.
Yeah, this one is quite embarrassing, to be fair.
Oh.
I'm going to get straight into it.
Okay.
So, 22-year-old me, when I first started at this business, I did exhibitions with Dom.
Yes. The man, the myth, the legend.
The man, the myth, the legend, who, as I've now got older, I've realised he is actually a very wise, inspirational man. He's taught me a lot of things in my life, and I value it very much. But going back to 22, there was a bit of an authority battle between Dom and I. I didn't like the fact Dom was telling me what to do at exhibitions. I was a jumped up little...
We'll bleep that.
And I tried everywhere and basically everything we did, we squabbled. We disagreed. If he wanted to put the stand...
How's that changed?
If he wanted to put the stand to the left-hand side, I would want to put it to the right.
Yeah.
If he wanted to put the threads one way, I would want to put them the other.
Yeah.
So it was one of our first shows, and it was at London Excel. And there's a lot of weight and power behind a black bag, okay? So if you hold the black bag, that shows that you are the boss, you're the man in charge, right? Well, that's what I thought. So, you know, we spoke the other podcast about how heavy £1,500 is in change.
Yes.
This was one of those shows that we had to carry all that change.
Right.
So we were staying at like a Ibis Styles hotel. So I picked the bag up just to kind of assert my authority with Dom, just to let him know that I am the boss, I'm carrying the black bag. So anyway, we walk out of the hotel, and there's basically like a concourse over the bridge to get to the Excel. So we go up to it, and it's locked. So right, okay. So we put our maps on, and it's a 1.2 mile walk round the side of the whole Excel and in through the back. So I pick up my bag with about 50 kgs worth of weight in, and I start walking, get to about half a mile, and it's literally killing my wrist, like my arm's about to fall off. And I think Dom's like kind of like half stood behind me, just smirking, just like, what are you doing? Like, it's embarrassing. But I was so arrogant and egotistical to think that I wanted to walk in with that black bag. I kept swapping between hands. My hands were going numb. I carried it the whole 1.2 miles, and I dropped it on the floor at the front door and said, "Can you take it, please? I can't carry it anymore." So he ended up carrying the bag into the show, and in my head, this was like the biggest thing ever, that he had all the power because he had the black bag. How embarrassing is that?
You know what you should have done?
What?
You should have made Dom carry it
Oh,
until you got there.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it? But you learn from your mistakes, and the thing is, that's not even the worst bit.
Oh, God.
So I was a bit dishevelled at this point, because I was a bit annoyed that he had basically walked in with all the power, and everyone was looking at Dom as the boss, and I was just this inferior secondary to Dom. And it was the morning of the show, and we had this new like thing where, you know, there's a lot of fake money going around, where people have like fake notes, bank notes.
Yeah.
So we were told, as we were warned at the show, that there was a lot of it going on in London. It was quite strife. So we had this like new pen that you could differentiate between fakes and non. So if you swipe it across, it will go black, and you can say it's a fake. So the show opens, and we had this lovely like older lady come up to the stand. She paid for a good. She got her purse out, handed us a £20 note, gave it to me, and I was like, "Do you know what? I'm going to test out my pen for the first time." So I took the cash, turned around, swiped through it with my pen. I could not believe my eyes. The biggest black bold mark went across it. Looked at her. Oh my God! I've literally caught someone with a fake £20 note on my first transaction. It's a fake! I screamed, literally at the top of my voice. It's a fake, right? She literally, like, everyone around her, and like she was just stood there in this spotlight, and I was just like held the note up. Dom turned to me and went, "Cal, you're using the permanent marker." She nearly cried. I felt absolutely horrible.
As you should.
So anyway, I think there's probably still a £20 note with a big black mark going through it that we still got, that we couldn't take into the bank because they wouldn't take it. So yeah, embarrassing, and you know, you live and learn, and you grow up, don't you? Well, try to.
Let's hope, yeah.
Yeah, so not ideal.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That poor lady. I hope you gave her
I think
all
we
the
get-
stuff for free.
I think we did.
As
I
you
think
should.
I did. Yeah. I was very embarrassed. But you live and learn, don't you?
You do. You do. Let's hope it never happens again. That's why you're not in charge of taking money anymore.
Yeah, literally. I've had that taken off me.
Wow. That's brilliant. I love that.
So talking about that, should we go into Two Truths and a Lie?
We should, absolutely. Before we do that, however, I just want to put a plea out.
Oh, yes.
please, 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 please send us your funny stories, because
We've got none left.
Callum has nothing left.
Got nothing left. Please. I'll scrape in the barrel for that one.
And I never do anything embarrassing. So I can't possibly put any of my stories out on the internet. So please send us your stories. You can send them via direct message. You can email them. If you really want to, you can ring us. I'd love to take a phone call like that. I think it'd be brilliant. Give us your funny stories, whether they're sewing related or not. We just would love to hear them. And we know you have them. So, yes, 2 truths and a lie.
So should we start with my ones from last week?
Indeed.
Okay. In no particular order.
I actually don't know. I couldn't tell you which one's a truth
Seriously?
and a lie. I really struggle with. Let me think. I think the last one, the social media one, I think that's true.
We'll start with that one. So the expression or the quote was, when we first started the business, we set up our social media channel on TikTok. We got 2.5 million views and 67,000 likes. That is true. Yeah, Will did a video on him servicing a sewing machine, and it literally, the phone went mental.
That's mad.
I think it actually went viral.
Much.
Like, it actually went viral. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I felt popular. I've never seen notifications. I've never seen notifications come through so quick. It was mental. It was nothing I've ever seen before.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and.
Yeah, it was quite cool to watch actually. So that was the first truth.
Okay.
The second statement was, we've got a family museum in Scotland. I think you thought that was true.
I think that could be true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true, but it's more of a 3 up, 2 down house in Aviemore. I wouldn't say it's. When you think museum, you think it's a big grand Roman building. It was a semi-detached house.
Okay.
I think it's still there, but it was probably not that interesting to go and see. But it's a thing.
So it is a functioning museum.
It's a functioning museum. I think you can still go to it.
Ooh,
Yeah, I might do a staff trip out there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, you can take all holiday to come to see my Macpherson Family Museum in Aviemore in Scotland. No, yeah, don't blame me, to be fair. And the last one, which is a lie, is my auntie has not got a quilt shop in Norfolk.
Ah, right, okay. So, see, if I think about it, then yes, that would be obvious.
It does, yeah, but it was almost so off-piste, it was semi-true.
I mean, just knowing that your dad obviously has been in the business for a long time, part of me is like,
the Norfolk descendant.
They're taking over. The Macphersons are taking over.
I don't know about that. But talking about 2 truths and a lie,
yeah.
Let's hear yours then.
So let me just refresh my memory.
Let me just refresh my lies.
Refresh my lies, yeah. So, in no particular order, my first statement is, I was once on a work trip with a few of my colleagues. We were all staying at a hotel, and said hotel had individually wrapped Yorkshire tea bags in each room. And I requested, shall we say, that all of my colleagues pilfer these tea bags every day and give them to me. So I had a stash so that I could take them with me on my travels, because not every hotel has Yorkshire tea. And Yorkshire tea, if you'd like to get in touch and sponsor me personally, I'd be thrilled.
Do you know what? I believe it. That is just something you do.
It is.
But I know a few people who are like that. I've never been like that, to go into a hotel and do that.
Yeah, but
it's like,
Yorkshire tea,
you collect the shampoos as well, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I promise I don't. I don't.
And
it's
the biscuits.
The biscuits, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, true. I mean, I do that.
But the Yorkshire tea. It's only Yorkshire tea, though.
Okay,
Not
right.
PG tips, nothing like that.
I mean, I personally fully believe that's true, but let's leave it open to everyone else. So that's the first.
So that's number 1. Number 2, again, just refreshing my memory. Oh, yes, okay. Number 2 is, in a previous job, at the beginning of my career, I once charged someone £1.50 instead of £150, and didn't realise until the end of the day when I was doing my cashing up, and then had to ring them the next day and grovel and basically ask for pay the rest.
Please give me the money.
Yeah.
That's bad. It could have been worse. And I feel like, if it is a truth, did you get an outcome to this? Did it get sorted?
Well, you'll find out next week.
Okay, fine. That's interesting.
It's interesting.
You better not repeat that.
I won't repeat
Okay.
that. That's why I'm not in charge of money. And then my last statement is, I've recently bought a house.
Okay.
Which I can, in fact, confirm is true. But I had to delay buying said house because I bought a sewing machine with money that was meant for my deposit.
So I knew you were buying a house, but you left that bit of detail out. And once again, I would not put that past you. So I just don't know which way to go here. That's interesting.
So
if you have, that's very responsible.
Very responsible or irresponsible?
Irresponsible. That's good. I actually don't know the answer to those.
Well,
I'm excited to hear. I'm excited to hear what happens there.
You will find out next week. So if anyone has any speculations, please let us know in the comments. But yes, we will reveal.
I look forward to that. No, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I think you'll be surprised.
Okay.
Fabulous. Well, that is the end of episode 5.
God, we're getting on now, aren't we?
I know.
100 before you know it.
Yeah, let's roll. So thank you for watching or listening, whether that is on, and I'm going to list all the platforms that this podcast is now available on. Deep breath. We are available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. We also put it on Instagram and Facebook.
TikTok?
Oh, no, we can't put it on TikTok.
What's the TikTok?
TikTok.
6 then?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and that's just for the podcast. Of course, you can also find all of our other content on all of said social media platforms and TikTok. And you can... can't say it. And you can also find content for Sew Centre, Happy Japan, and Barnyards as well. So we're all over the place, basically.
We're doing it all.
You can find our content everywhere. So thank you for watching,
Thank you.
and we will see you all next week.